What's up, guys? Typing Games here. Coming at you with another manufacturer's video, and I'm going to start off with another incident in qualifying. So this was the first lap, or the end of the out lap. That guy passed me in the first corner. I was just concentrating on my run off, so I got back by him, and then coming into this corner, I guess I was more worried about him than what I should have been, and I didn't get into second gear, so he came in on me, tapped me, hit me, and hit me again, and I don't know what the hell he's doing at this point. He's mad that I passed him, and I'm slowing him down, I guess. So I get in front of him, and we'll skip to the end of the lap, that same lap, and look behind me, he's dropped over a second, and I come across the line to take the provisional pole. So hopefully he feels like an idiot, because that was silly. Anyway, here's my pit stop. I just like these animations. They show you all the car, except for that number plate destroys this car. And here's my actual qualifying lap coming up to it. Look at that guy, number 18 there, just disappeared, waited for me to come around. Really weird. So we get a really good run out of the last corner for our pole attempt. But would you look at who comes out right in front of us? Get a good run into this corner, really good exit. And the guy that just disappeared appears in front of us out of the pits. But he's not here to block us or anything. He just wants to find out my lines, I think. So he lets me by without incident. Actually might have even given me somewhat of a tow. So now I'm coming up on the second place guy. Got a good head of steam. I don't think he's on a hot lap right now. I'm not sure. But if he is, he's a complete gentleman, because he pulls over and lets me by, and just gave me a huge tow through a bunch of that lap. Not on purpose. So we go purple again, sector 3. We're looking good now. Everybody's behaved basically the way I would try to behave around them, so getting out of the way if they're faster, that's really nice. Brake nice, and early into that corner, get a huge runoff. Down to the line, giving the second place guy a tow now. But set purple, almost a second ahead of the guy in second, and that's kind of how it ended. So here we are at the starting line. Got my Spire fire protection forward, except that number plate destroys it. Curtis boys, he was really good. And then here's our other main player for this race is Bad Out 01 with a beautiful paint job on that Ford Mustang. Really, really nice paint job. Alright, so we're getting ready to go. Nerves are kind of up there. They were when I started this race. Although I was confident in getting such a fast qualifying time compared to the rest of the field. So I get into this corner nice, smooth, I don't get smashed from behind. And get a huge run out of the corner too. A little bit of wheel spin. But I've already started pulling away. Just as fast as that. If I can get a really good fast first lap in and break their draft, then I'm laughing. That's the only thing, because if somebody's got your draft, it's so easy to follow somebody around. Or not, well, it's not super easy, but it makes it way easier on you. We're very, very close to out of draft range. I clip the apex perfectly, fly out of that corner, and I'm out of draft range, and the car's behind already. Brake a little too deep into this corner. Just get over, come so close to a penalty there. I scared myself a little bit on that one. In this corner, I had to really have a lot of patience with it, because I always think I can go faster than you can. and just really concentrate my runoff here. Get 2 tires on that green. And our first lap is 33. We pull away almost to an almost 3-second lead in the first lap. That's crazy. I would never take that bet. That I would pull that off. So I'm feeling really good right now. Clipping apexes just exactly how I want them. Well, I was gonna say I'm going purple, but it's lap 2, so everybody's going purple. This corner is a kind of a fun corner. You get a little bit of a drift on and you're hammered on the gas and you can fly through that corner. This one too. You just ease into it, clip that apex and fly out of it. It feels so cool when you get it right. And then super deep again into the... Yeah, way too deep. Yeah. I think you go a little bit quicker if you slow down just a little bit early and then straight line that better. So here we are, end of the second lap. Got an even bigger lead. It's almost 5. It's 4. It's over 4 seconds now. That's crazy. In 2 laps, just absolutely took off. I get a 1:28.6 for my second lap, so that was only a 10th off my pole lap. So it's really good for me. But my tires start biting it a little bit. And I'm pushing a little too hard now. Catching some dirt. And when your tires hit dirt on this track, it feels like there's no grip for a while after. Look behind me, there's nobody in sight. So I don't even know why I'm looking, but again, clipping that, I'm just trying. I was actually being fairly conservative through that corner. Like I find it easier if you're super easy into that corner. It's way easier to do quickly. But we've lost a little time that lap. I think I was pushing too hard in some sections and actually lost time that way. But we're still sitting really nice with a 4-something second lead. So we'll skip ahead. If you look on the map, I don't know exactly what happened to Curtis Boys, but he spins out or something happens and he loses second place, unfortunately. But it gives us about a 10-second lead to the next guy down. And now I'll skip ahead again to midway through lap 7, coming up to the corkscrew. My strategy for this was 7 laps on mediums and 10 laps on hard. I just felt that was the most efficient way to get the 17 laps done for me. Some cars, tires last longer, some cars they don't. But just personally, I was like, yeah, 10 and 7 because when. So here we come into the pits, lap 7, 10-second lead. The boys go to work, get some new rubbers on it. And we come out in 3rd place behind Kurt's boys. Now, I saw these guys coming up, and I had flashbacks of Days of Thunder. Get me out in front of these guys or the race is over for us. Not really, but that's how I felt at the time. So I was really happy that I got out just in front of these two. I did not want to get stuck behind that battle. So see what I'm talking about? These hard tires now are faster than those old mediums. So I actually put quite a bit of time into Curtis Boys on the rest of this lap just because of that. I've got a little more grip. So he's on lap 8 of the mediums. Now the guy in the lead, I didn't realize it at the time earlier, but he actually started on hards. So he was trying to outsmart pretty much everybody, I guess. He was planning on just sticking in somebody's draft and trying to run consistent lap times, right? And then make it up at the end of the race. So we're coming up. I'm not wanting to really pass this guy, to be honest. And he pulls in the pits, so thank you. Plus, I think he realized how much time I had just made up on him. He was like, alright, I gotta go now. And we'll cut later. It's lap 10. This guy's still on his first set of hard tires. Like I said, he started on hards. Everybody else started on mediums. I was amazed that he could go this far on mediums in the race because I didn't realize he started on hards. So his tires are pretty much cooked at this point. 10 laps on hards kills them. And he gets a pretty bad exit out of the last corner. And we get a big run on him. I was gonna look to the inside, but he already covered that off. I think that was just his regular racing line though. So I come up to the outside of him, brake. And he just outbrakes himself. And I kind of do like a almost, what's it called? A Swedish flick? I can't remember. But yeah, I flick it out to rotate it into that corner and just cut under him perfectly. That felt so cool. It hyped me up and made me want to turn some fast laps after that. So I'll cut later on. So this was a bunch of other people's strategies. I didn't realize that a lot of people started on hards and switched to mediums. So it must have been like a really weird back in the back having all these guys come out like all mixed up. It would have made for really neat racing. So that bad out dude did 12 laps on the hard tire, so he only had like 4 laps or 5 laps to do on the mediums, and the medium is a way faster tire, so I don't know. I think he should have, his strategy wasn't too bad, but he should have stopped at 10. Because I picked up so much, like I was 11 seconds ahead of him, and I ended up like 20 something. And most of that, I think, well, a lot of that was strategy, really, because how much time I picked up with the tires. So here we are, starting our final lap. Huge lead, bigger than I expected on this track for this race. Like if you look on the map, by the time I'm completely off the front straightaway, they still haven't even started it. So just a completely dominant win. I wasn't expecting it, but I was pretty happy to get it. I practiced a lot this week. So that's why I was able to turn such consistent lap times. Like I did, I don't know, 4, maybe 5 of these races against just random people in lobbies. And that helped me so much. So if you want to do manufacturer races, find out what the next one is and practice. There's no substitute for seat time. And here we come through the corkscrew one last time. I brake nice and late. I love sliding in. It's not fast, but it feels so cool when you slide into the corkscrew like that and catch it and come back in. It's such a fun feeling. Coming up to the last corner for the last time. And voila, baby. Here we go for our 4th win in a row for manufacturer races, which I'm amazed at, but I'm assuming that streak's going to end soon. So here we are, pulling into victory lane. The Dell Metals Spire Fire Protection Ford. Rockwood roof trusses and components. So thanks for watching. I got a 3-star victory. Amazing. Better than I could have expected. Technut.